Intro about yourself.
Short intro. Well, currently I live in Michigan. I work as a registered nurse at a psych hospital, but what I really want to do is like kind of YouTube or like something related to fashion. And yeah, so I'm like interested in like just I don't know, fashion related stuff. Like I love taking pictures on Instagram and like those aesthetic pictures as people call it. Um and yeah, I recently had a baby. He's a 4 months old. Yeah, and I'm Korean. I moved to the States to go to college in 2009, so that was a long time ago. But yeah, what else? I guess that's it. Do you want to know more something else about me or?
No, that's good. That's really good.
Okay.
That's just that's just what are your thoughts on Instagram TV?
Oh, Instagram TV. I uploaded like I think 2 or 3 videos on it. I think it's a good start, but I think they need to do more, I don't know, just like adjusting. It's yeah, it's I guess it's fun to just like casually just like tap in and see some short videos. It's kind of fun, but I think it's just extension of Insta story. So I'm just like excited to like to see how it evolves to better system and all that, and how it's gonna like be. I think some people say it's like it's gonna be like rival with YouTube, but I think that's gonna be a while. So I don't know. Yeah.
That's pretty
How
awesome.
about you? Do you have any thoughts?
I don't know. Like initial thoughts, I think it's cool. I just hopefully
Yeah.
that they can kind of just like maybe introduce more features. I guess when it comes to
Mm.
with Instagram TV, you can only do it like vertical, and
Yeah.
I feel like I wish there was like a feature where you could like upload like a horizontal video to make it vertical.
Hmm.
I think that would make it more.
Yeah.
I think it would make it more beneficial for people.
Yes,
Um,
I totally agree.
yeah, cause I what I've been noticing, I'm noticing some people putting their horizontal videos, but like turning it like sideways,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. I know how to edit my videos to make it like horizontal to vertical, but not everybody knows how to do that. So
I know.
so hopefully they can make a feature where people can upload their horizontal videos to make them look vertical. I think that'd be really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's just kind of just in the baby phase, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
people that are content creators, kind of just experimenting right now. So hopefully more
Mm-hmm.
people can use it. I think that'd be awesome. But
Mm-hmm.
as of right now, it's just kind of just in the baby phase right now. So I would like to see it
Yeah.
grow. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
What are your
It took me a while to figure out to like make it into a vertical.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
understand. So what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on Instagram stories?
Instagram stories. I think. Well, at first I was like, oh, it's like a copycat of Snapchat at first, but I think it's like a good feature because like everyone goes on Instagram more these days, and it's like it's really hard to switch from like Instagram to Snapchat all the time. And I like the how you can like tag people, and they have more features now. I think you can also like repost other people's stories on your Insta story and all of that. I think it's a really good features. And especially for like big brands and everything, it's like a good strategy for like good tool for like marketing and all that. So yeah, it's been fun to use it, like all those like asking questions feature, and it's quite fun to just hang around on Instagram. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Did you use Snapchat at any point in time, or was it just exclusively just to Instagram?
Well, I did Snapchat, like I guess I stopped doing it for a while, I guess like more than a year ago. Because the Snapchat story, like those algorithms and all that's been changing too much, like the whole system and everything. So especially like the recent update was like too much for me. I was like, no, don't change the features. I guess they're doing it just like trying to upgrade it and have more like other features there, like maybe stories for like Kim Kardashian or something. But I guess that can be fun, but at the same time, I don't know. I saw a lot of people complaining about it, so I use it more mainly for like my own like private friends. sometimes. So yeah, I guess I use it less. Do you use Snapchat at all or?
Nah, I never really could get with Snapchat, so I kind of just
Yeah.
exclusively stayed to Instagram. So,
Mm,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
For me, I feel like there wasn't much of a need to, and I guess I'm right. I guess so. I don't know. I just for me, I mean, most people used it exclusively for like their best friends or maybe a
Mm,
certain
mm,
group. But like for me, I really wasn't up on the idea of using Snapchat. So,
mm,
yeah. So
mm.
that's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up. Uh, let's see. I notice your feed is very aesthetically pleasing, but what is something that you do to keep your feed aesthetically pleasing?
Hmm. So I try to find a very interesting spot to take pictures. I guess as the time like went by, I have more like skill to find those places. Like you have to have that, eye to find like certain spots because even if like you look at the same building or same corner, you might not see the angle you want to take the picture in. And I feel like I've grown more in that area to look for those spots. Especially like where I live, it's not a big city, and a lot of people have been telling me who live around here, you really have the skill to find a good like space in Grand Rapids because I don't see any here. So yeah, so I guess living in like mid-sized city made me to grow in that area. But yeah, so I try to find those space like yeah area to take pictures so that it's more aesthetically pleasing. And I think one of the key thing is like editing the photos, how and like going along the trend of editing. I guess you have to have your own like taste in like or your own style of like editing and all that, but I feel like you also have to be trendy in those editing skills. So I feel like these days it's the editing has to be more like raw editing, like less of filters and more like warm tone colors and all that. So I've been trying to like follow the trend kind of, but at the same time put into my own uniqueness into it. So yeah, I try to yeah, consider all those factor in to my photos. But it doesn't take that much time to like upload a photo or edit a photo, so I guess it's good.
What do you use to take your photos? Like a DSLR, iPhone? What do you use?
Yeah. Well, I don't have an iPhone. I have a Galaxy. So yeah, I sometimes use my phone if I find a spot and we didn't bring a camera or something like that. My husband usually takes a photo. So but most of the time we carried a DSLR. So yeah, so we use that camera.
That's what's up. Do you use like Lightroom or what do you use to edit your photos?
No, I am trying to learn more like Lightroom or like Photoshop or anything like that to upgrade my photo editing skills. But for now, I just use ViscoCam. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. And you said like less filters. That's something that you're trying to do less of.
kind of. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's
more like warm, more like orangish tone. I think it's like the trend these days. Yeah, I don't know.
that's what's up. So
Trying to
so
figure out.
mm-hmm. So who takes your photos?
My husband.
Oh,
So he's not like he didn't like have any interest in photography or have major in that, but kind of forced him to become like Instagram boyfriend, Instagram husband. And he now he's more interested, so he's been like googling and watching YouTube to how to take more, better pictures and all that. So it's been fun working with him.
that's awesome. That's pretty cool to have like somebody to just take your own photos for you
Mhm.
and then you edit them
Yeah.
yourself. So that's
Mhm.
awesome. What made you want to be going into blogging? What made you want to go into that route?
um Well, when I was in college, I was like busy studying for nursing and all that. But meanwhile, I never compromised my fashion, like outfit of the day. Back in the day, we didn't call it that, but yeah. So even if I was like super tired and had like studied for testing like for until like 4 in the morning, I still wore like high heels to classes and all that. So it was really fun. I felt like it was like a like mini art project every day to come up with like different outfits with the same clothing you have. So from I guess yeah, from that point, yeah, point of time, like I was just loving fashion, but I didn't realize that how I should like express all that on like social media and all that because Instagram wasn't big back in the day. So I realized that Instagram is one of the good way to simply just like yeah put out there like how I love fashion and come out with like outfits and stuff like that. So I start YouTube. Um yeah, so I'm still like trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this, but yeah, it's been pretty fun because I enjoy it so much just coming out with like different outfits and yeah, so that's how I started.
When did you start a YouTube channel?
That was around 2 years ago, but it's been on and off because I was like pregnant entire 2017 and I was like pretty sick most of the time. So it was hard for me to like spend time on YouTube. So I guess it's more like 1 year. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Do you enjoy blogging? Is that something that you enjoy doing?
Vlogging, yeah, I like just like daily vlogs and also like I guess I like more making lookbooks, like one of those fancy lookbooks where you have to have like a lot of editing skills. I don't know. I just think that it's more like aesthetically pleasing, and I see myself enjoying more while I'm editing those videos. Like even though I spend like 10 hours or 20 hours spent like spending time on editing, I am not tired. I guess like for other videos, I can become more tired because I also have like a lot of Korean subscribers. So I have to like translate it and put in subtitles and that can be like very dreadful. But lookbooks, I don't have to do that. So I guess it's more fun for me to like, yeah. So be more creative. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. That you kind of like put that creativity when it comes to blogging, and then also doing your YouTube. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. And you said
Thank you.
you said your favorite part was just doing like the lookbooks, or
Yeah.
oh, okay.
More like fashion stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's pretty awesome. Where do you get your fashion sense or your fashion style from?
I guess inspirations most of the time I get it from like other Instagram accounts and like the YouTubers I've been following. Um, I guess like some people ask me if I look like read magazines and stuff like that, but I think that's kind of old style now. So I look mostly on Instagram. I just scroll down on my favorite, I don't know, Instagrammers and accounts and all that. So yeah, I guess like I've been loving YouTuber. Her name, like her YouTube name is I am Karen O, and she has very interesting sense of style and her editing skills for videos are really nice. So I get inspiration from there too.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. That you kind of like pull your inspiration from there, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's really really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do you have like a particular like music that you like listening to, like a genre or like certain type of artist that you listen to?
Um, I guess I don't have a like favorite. I'm really bad at choosing favorite movies, favorite songs, or any kind of favorite stuff. But for songs, sometimes I just like listening to just like general, pop music, like with top 100 Billboard pop music or something like that. Or it's kind of hard. Sometimes, well, I listen to a lot of like Korean music, not just necessarily like boy band music or like K-pop music, which is defined as like boy band or girl band music, but just like more ballads, like more quieter songs. Or sometimes they have like the show called Show Me the Money. It's like a Korean rap competition show, and I'll listen to like a lot of hip hop music and when that show is like on air. So it changes a lot. So yeah, I guess I just go with the flow. But the one genre I don't listen to is like country music. I don't know. I just don't can't. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's cool. What are your positive and negatives when it comes to social media?
Mm, hmm. I guess negatives. Sometimes I become too attached to it, and I shouldn't be. I'm trying to work on it, but like sometimes I become too, I don't know, attached to like focused on the likes and the comments and how like sometimes I'm like I upload a picture and I know the algorithm changed a lot on Instagram. That's why I'm not getting like as much, notification or like likes from people. But sometimes I'm like I upload a picture and not a lot of people like react on it or like comment on it. I'm like, oh, maybe this is not a good picture. Uh, but so I guess that's like a negative thing. Like it's just some like it slowly eats you up and make you think that what people like how people think about you matters more than how you see yourself. So I guess that's a big negative. For positive, I guess as I said before, I guess my main social media these days is like Instagram. So I think it's a good platform to express your creativity and yeah, and your thoughts and all that. So yeah, sometimes when you express your thoughts about like your problems, life problems, a lot of people like agree with you and give you tips and or advice or just like talk with you, even if you haven't met the person. It's just good to know, just to talk to like someone who agrees with your thoughts and all that. So I think that's one of the positives.
I think that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. Is there any particular apps that you use, like besides Visco, or is that like the only app that you kind of use for when it comes to
Um,
Instagram?
I think Visco is like the main one, but I've been trying to use like I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's like Hugo app. It's like H. Is that how you say it? Is that the right app? I'm like it's
Yeah,
supposed to be like yeah, you
yeah, I
know
know
that
what you're
app?
talking about. The one that's like
Yeah.
kind of like the disposable camera one app, or
Kind yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
okay.
it was kind of fun to use that, and sometimes Snapseed. That's kind of hard. It's more complicated. So
That's what's up. That's pretty awesome that you kind of use those apps. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do use the, I don't know how you call it. It's a HUGI. I don't know. It's called Ouija, or I don't know how you say that, or a Hugie cam. But
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay, cool. I didn't know what the name of the app was, so
Yeah,
that's
I
what's
think it's
up.
huge. Cam.
Okay, Hugie cam. Okay, cool. That's what's up. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. What made you choose to do this podcast? What made you want to choose to do that?
Um, I never done a podcast before, so and you said it was just like an interview about myself, so I felt like it would be a good chance to just I don't know, have an interview like this. I guess it makes me also think about those questions and those areas I'd never thought about, so I think it's a good choice.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Usually I ask the people I interview if they have any questions for me. Do you have any questions for me, by the way, that you would
Um,
like to ask?
hmm. Hmm. Are you also interested in fashion?
I would like to be. I'm not as much involved in fashion. I would like to be a lot
Mm,
more involved in it because like I don't know. I just feel like you can do so much with fashion, and I would like to be a part of it a little bit more than I
mm,
need to.
mhm,
But yeah, I would like to change up my whole style when it comes to like articles of clothing that I generally use and stuff like that. So I definitely
mhm,
watch like some fashion videos and stuff like that. So I would like to switch up the style, but I definitely need to like watch a lot more content and then
mm,
probably like look at more
mm,
content on Instagram. So I think that's something that I
mm,
would like to get more involved in. So
mm.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
cool.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's something that I would like to get involved in, but it's just like something like if you have a passion for it. So, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what's up. That's awesome. Let's see. And then what social media platform do you use the most?
Instagram for now. I try to do more YouTube stuff, but that takes so much time and energy, and we basically have like three jobs as a mom, as a nurse, and like YouTube slash Instagram. So it's been hard. So more on Instagram.
I feel it. What do you like making more content on, Instagram or YouTube?
I love making YouTube videos. It challenges me more, but I guess easier and more accessible is like Instagram because you just have to edit the photos. So yeah, it's like I don't know. I like both, so different pros and cons.
That's pretty awesome. I know you were talking about your fashion sense earlier, but were your family ever into fashion at all, or was it just you?
Just me, cause my parents, they're my dad's a pastor right now, so my parents are always just like, "You are so different from like rest of the family members," and like, cause I love like doing something to my hair and just wearing something different. So yeah, I guess I'm like the first one among my immediate family.
That's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty cool. That you're like the only one in your family when it comes to fashion. If it came to like being in my family when it comes to fashion, I'd probably point to my sisters and my mom. They're
Mm.
really fashionable.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so
Fun.
that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I think that's really dope that you make also do YouTube videos, and then you also put up content on Instagram. So I think that's really awesome that you do that. So
Thank you.
yeah. Let's see. I think I have one more question for you. But when it comes to Instagram blogging, how do you how am I supposed to word this question? But when it comes to like sponsorships or ads, how do people go about you when it comes to that aspect?
Um, I've been getting like some sponsorships and ads and all that. Usually they send me an email about it, and some of them send like direct messages, but I like request them to send a more formal email so that I can be more organized on there. Because DMs can be, sent to like everyone, and I just get mixed in it. So it's just I like it that way. So yeah, Gmail is like my email is the way they approach. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, cause I noticed you had like a code in your Instagram or
Mm,
whatnot. So I was
mm,
curious. So
yeah.
so that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. So since you have a kid, is it more busy having a kid now, or is it like normal to you?
Definitely. Way more busier. Like, I don't know. I guess, but it's a good thing that I am busy. And before I was just like, I have to do YouTube, but at the same time I have a job, so I was just like kind of being more lazy because I had more time in my hand. But now I'm like, oh, because I'm so busy when I have free time, I have to get this done kind of mindset now. So I think it's a good positive effect on me. So yeah, but definitely way busier because the baby, you never know what's gonna happen. Cries like a lot of times. So now he wants to be fed, then I have to breastfeed and all that. So yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Good.
Since I
Yeah.
mentioned about fashion, what would be something like for me if I was trying to like improve in like my fashion sense? What would be something that you would kind of recommend for me?
Hmm. I think if you haven't like well, this question was actually asked by this guy I know. He doesn't have like any interest. He didn't have any interest in fashion, but suddenly he wanted to look more like literally like people who are on Hypebae. You know the Instagram account, like very fashionable, very like high fashion style, and he literally wore like jeans all the time just to write like random t-shirts all the time. So I told him like don't just step from like level 1 to like level 10 all of a sudden. I feel like that would be too much for himself, and it would be hard for him to actually like mix and match. So I think if you want to go to that level, I think slowly you can change like one item at a time or something like that. If you really want to buy like real certain item which is like kind of expensive, like maybe $100 or $200 or something like that, then maybe buy that and then like try to work around maybe a pair of jeans or something like that, and you can work around that jeans because yeah, and that will be like a good step to towards your goal of fashion. And I think thrifting is a really good way to like experiment because if you're out of if you're on a budget, then you can't spend like $200 on each clothing. And thrifting, you can do so much with it because it's only like a couple dollars. So you can just like buy several of them and try to mix and match and see how you look in it. And yeah, so I think that's a good way to approach, like just one step at a time. Don't like try to jump to like level 10 all of a sudden. So yeah, I think that's my advice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do you have like a favorite type of shoe that you like using, or like not using, but like, is there like a favorite type of shoe that you like?
Well, these days, I don't know if you have seen on my Instagram post, but I love that Buffalo London yeah, I usually don't buy like really expensive sneakers, but that was like $200, and I was like, I am going to purchase this because it's like a reward for me myself. So I purchased that, and I love how I look so like tall and yeah, I just goes with like everything. And I purposely chose the beige color because I felt like if I buy the white one, it would be like it would get dirty really easily. But ivory, like beige color, it goes with everything. And yeah, it was quite simple and nice. So I've been loving those shoes.
Is there a favorite type of wardrobe that you like using or like wearing?
Hmm. That's a hard question because I guess type is these days I've been loving like um kind of like badass look. I what I usually don't wear, I can tell you that for sure, is like very girlish, flowery stuff. Sometimes I can wear it, but I always if I wear like a flowery dress or something, I always pair it with like super like strong statement piece like leather jacket or PVC texture jackets, which stands out a lot. So I guess I'm not like a girly type of, yeah, like my personality too. So I guess I go with like more of like jeans or like pants and yeah, more like men. Yeah, yes. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, so that's my style.
Is there like a favorite accessory that you like wearing, or like?
Um, well, a long time ago, I loved wearing earrings, but these days I love wearing this uh rose petal like shape necklace. Not a choker. I loved wearing choker for like a long time last year and the previous year, but I ditched that, so I just wear this simple silver jewelry. I have like a necklace.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Let's see. So you were thinking about moving to LA, correct?
To LA?
Yeah, or California.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So yeah, we are actually planning to move like maybe near September or like early October. So yeah, one of the main reason is like the winter is too long, and also if I really want to continue with like Instagram and YouTube, I think I'll have more source and like meeting out with like the people who are on that in that field. It'll be easier for me to yeah access all that. So and they have more like events and like all that I can attend. It'll be more interesting. So we are moving there.
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty soon. September or October. That's
Yeah,
pretty.
I
That's
know.
pretty soon. So that's pretty
Yeah, we've
awesome.
been selling everything.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see. What are your thoughts on fanny packs? I know I remember they were out of style a long time ago, but what are your thoughts on that?
Well, when it came back first, I was like, "What? Are you serious?" Like, I didn't like it, but I guess I'm being brainwashed because all of the every other like every brand has some kind of fanny pack. And I think it because the old school look it's coming back. I think it fits with the trend these days, and that's why it looks more cool. And because they have like new style and new designs for it, it's just I've seen like so many different ones. Like I saw this fanny pack which has like three different like bags on one belt kind of thing, and it looked so cool. I really wanted this. So I think it's just like evolving from like old school fashion to like to fit into more trendy like nowadays fashion. So I like it. It's quite convenient too.
I noticed that you had a Supreme fanny pack. Since you have that, what are your thoughts on hypebeast culture? What's your thoughts on that?
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna be honest because that bag is not real. So I don't think, yeah. So I like the Supreme like design and all that, but I don't know. It's just like, mm, people go. I guess like people going too crazy about it. Because I saw this like video about like how just like little kids were just buying it even though they don't have so much money and just like trying to fit into that culture even though they don't know anything about who's collaborating with Supreme, at the time, or like anything about like those brands or anything like that. So hmm I guess you shouldn't get to go too far into it. I think you have to have your limits in like those fashion or like those cultures.
That's what's up. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty solid answer. What are your thoughts on like accessories when it comes to to glasses? What's your thoughts on that?
Glasses, like
Yeah, yeah,
sunglasses, or like
sunglasses. Yeah,
glasses.
sunglasses.
Yeah. Well, I love sunglasses. I have too many. So I'm like selling like 10 of them already, but I have like 20 more. Um, I think it's just it makes a really like mundane or boring outfit to stand out if you choose a pair of sunglasses. It can be a really good statement piece, or it can also like tone down the outfit if it's like too overwhelming, like too much statement piece everywhere. You can wear like just simple Ray Bans or something, and it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna like make the outfit put together. So I feel like it's a must in an outfit.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I don't have any more questions unless you have a question for me. Uh, but yeah, thank you for coming out to this podcast. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think I have any other question for you, but yeah, thank you for reaching out to me. This is really interesting and fun and new to me. So
Yeah, yeah, I really appreciate that. I mean, this was really fun. We'll definitely have to do this another time or something like that if I come up with another topic, and
yeah,
we'll definitely do this another time. So yeah, it was pretty
okay.
cool. And then I don't think I've taught you yet,